Today on the channel, we take a look at the A-Team, if you can dig it, with the WWE Superstars Series 4, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Mr. T.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Superstars unboxing and review. And today, from WWE Superstars Series 4, of course, the Walmart exclusives, wink wink, we've got Mr. T, we've got Macho Man Randy Savage. But for all your wrestling figure needs that are not store exclusive, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal, folks. 10%, it adds up, it adds up. And what else all adds up is the confusion around these figures with Walmart. As Walmart, a lot of stores never even got Series 2, maybe some got Series 3, but very limited on that as well. And here we are at Series 4, distribution all over the place. Of course, Walmart currently, as of filming, is resetting the toy aisle. Hopefully that gets these out into the market in the next month or two. We'll see what happens, but there might be another Mart store you can currently buy these at, and they're probably out of stock there as well. So nobody wins. That's the way it goes sometimes. But of course, I think eventually you will have a chance to get these like everything else. And who knows, maybe they'll go to Big Lots one day. You never know with that either. That's always a possibility. But we're, of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we got two that are no stranger to the WWE lines over the years. Macho Man been in all kinds of incarnations. And same thing with Mr. T of the last couple of years. So this very well could be one of the last Mr. T's we do receive, as we did get him in the Elite line. I guess we didn't get him in a basic yet. So maybe a basic Mr. T could be a possibility down the road. I guess we'll look at that. But of course, we got Elites, we got Ultimates, we got WWE Superstars, regular Superstars, Masters WWE Universe, you name it. And we're going to start off with the A-Team's own Mr. T here. Of course, a childhood favorite of mine, like probably many that grew up in the 80s. We did recently do a top 10 Mr. T figures on the channel. Be interested to have to redo that list. This figure could steal my heart and be number one. Who knows? But looking really good. Of course, got Mr. T there looking nice in the background. Got his chains going on. A lot of soft goods, a lot of accessories with this Mr. T, so I'm happy about that. WWE Superstars logo, Mr. T there, what's it say? Includes fabric jacket and pants. And of course, the packaging does connect, as we do know with these Superstars, each wave, the packaging connects. Very cool for mint on card collectors. As you guys know, I am a mint on card and a loose collector of this series. All black and white on the back, got the big cross sell. Check out the other unboxings here on the channel. Make sure you do subscribe to this very YouTube channel, as I always do say. Of course, you got some blurbage from Mr. T. We'll read that here in a second. Let's see what it says. But our old friend, Mr. T. Mr. T, he says, "I pity the fool," and I pity that very fool as well. Oh, and my favorite line, "I got no time for the jibber jabber." I say that in my daily life about every single day. First name Mr., last name T. That's a guy that means business. And then the best one down at the bottom, "I love my mother." And one thing we do know about Mr. T, he loves his mom. He talked about it at the Hall of Fame. He did a video about it. He loves his mother. So good on you, Mr. T, for loving your mom to the very end. Looking good, but let's pull out old Mr. T. Let's see what all the fuss is about. And oh, there's fuss. See you later. Goodbye. Always fuss with Mr. T when he's involved. Mr. T needs to get back out there. We need Mr. T on a more regular basis. He needs to be in a new sitcom. He needs to do something with his life, because we don't see enough Mr. T. I think the last thing we saw from Mr. T, wasn't he like an Aaron's Dream Machine or something? What's that, furniture store, Aaron's or something? I think that's what he was doing. He was plugging that. But man, put Mr. T in a Super Bowl commercial. Let's do something. We need more Mr. T in our lives. And we need more Webster. We need more Emmanuel Lewis in our lives. Can we get them to reenact or redo, see you later, the Christmas special of like 83? They could redo that in 2023. I'd love to see that. Get Emmanuel Lewis, Mr. T. Let those two ride again. Ratings gold. Ratings gold at the end of the day. Plastic prison for old Mr. T, looking nice. His mother would definitely approve. I guarantee it. His mother would be all in on this figure. And I'm all in because we've got twist ties at every single turn on this figure. Always love a good twist tie. Not really. You guys know how that goes. But they want to lock it down. They don't want anybody stealing Mr. T. I understand it. I understand it. Mr. T is used as currency in some organizations and, of course, some countries. Usually third world countries, but it has happened from time to time. And there we are. We're finally out. See you later. Up high. Goodbye. Twist ties push you off to the edge. And we got Mr. T. And let's get down to these hands first. And man, I love these hands because they are truly Mr. T hands. These are hands that aren't being used for anybody else. You got a fisted hand, you got a gripping hand, and look at those rings going on here. He is all blinged out. He was doing bling before bling was a thing. Looking really good. Love those. Almost looks like a little knuckle duster action right there. Then we get the finger pointing hands. In case Mr. T wants to tell you all about his mom, he can point at you while he does it. But we get 2 pointer fingers, and I think this is a first for the Superstars line. I don't think we've seen pointer fingers in this line yet, so I'm all about that as well. So a lot of good things happening here. A lot of good things here that I can co-sign on that I do like. And I do love this Mr. T. Mr. T is made for figures like this that have that 80s kind of motif, 80s style. All day long, you hand somebody this head. Who is this? It's Mr. T. Everybody knows Mr. T. I think you go to a nursery where a baby's just been born, you hand it to this baby, their first words right then will be Mr. T. That's how much it looks like Mr. T. Beautiful beard, beautiful mohawk. Love the teeth there, almost Clubber Lang-esque in the teeth department. Of course, we've seen these chains in the past. We're used to those. We've seen even some of this camouflage and things like that. He's got a nice little belt going around here, like a weightlifter's belt, kind of. But it does work like a traditional wrestling belt, so a lot of newness here. Love the camo pants, love the camo top. Just really does look like B.A. Baracus to me. That's what it looks like. I absolutely love this, and I talked about the chains as well being really good. He does got one forearm guard going on, a little bit of bling on that forearm, and he's got a bracelet over here. So they used a lot with this Mr. T figure. For sure, they probably used a lot of the budget from this line on here, so we got a lot going on. But boy, he does look good. You got the socks going on there. Of course, you got all the articulation we're used to in these. The arms go around. You do get the side to side at the elbow, back and forth single jointed. Of course, hands removable back and forth. You get waist side to side, head removable side to side. You do get the bends, the single knee bends there. Of course, the boot cut, ankle cut, whatever you want to call it. I guess boot cut, sock cut. How about sock cut here? We got that. Then you get the ankles back and forth, looking really, really nice. Now, he's got a ton of gear on, and you can take it on and off, and it does look like he has yellow... let me see here. Yellow, yep. He's got the yellow tights on underneath. Very Hulk Hogan kind of yellow tights going on. So you can have him in his wrestling gear. You can have him in his B.A. Baracus gear. Truly choose your own Mr. T adventure. And there's so many different adventures I would like to choose with Mr. T. I can't pick them all, so I might have to get multiples of this one for the personal collection, as they do say. Of course, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Make sure you're getting the Mattel stand, as I always do say. What do you know? Mr. T fits on there, fits there perfectly. He's ready to go. Where's Hannibal? Where's Murdoch? Where's Face? Let's get them all here. Let's get the A-Team reunited. But I like this Mr. T. This is probably one of the best Superstar figures I've came across here in the first 4 series. Now, I can see some people not liking it because Mr. T, you know, he had a short window a couple times in wrestling. Maybe not as iconic to wrestling fans as Shawn Michaels, things like that. But this really, really does hit home. If you're a kid of the 80s and you love Mr. T, this is a pretty cool one to have in your wrestling collection for a lot of different reasons. So I'm okay with this Mr. T, but talking about popularity of wrestlers, you don't have to look much farther than the Macho Man Randy Savage. For a lot of people, he is wrestling. As much as I love the Ultimate Warrior, there's people that love Macho Man just like that, maybe even more. Who knows? So Macho Man, one of the all-time greats, of course, a Hall of Famer. Rip to his brother, the Genius, just recently passed away, too. They're probably forming that tag team up there right now. I'm sure they are. But Macho Man going to be one that's really wanted in this line, I would have to think. But looking really good. An old-school Macho Man is what this one feels like to me. But looking good. You got the graphic on the back, Superstars logo, the big bubble window, Macho Man Randy Savage. What's it say? Includes fabric robe. Everybody loves a good fabric robe. And there it is on the back. Got the cross-sell UPC's warnings. Macho Man, of course, there. What's it say about the old Macho Man Randy Savage? Ooh, yeah, Macho Madness. Dig it. The cream of the crop. And that's all they say. But it does look like he's got the pointer finger here. So Mr. T might not be alone in the pointer finger department after this one's out of the package. Looking good there. You got Hot Rod, Hulkamania, Degeneration X packaging on the back. Kind of that nod to the LJN in the background there. Looks really nice. See you later. All right, get the old scissors out again. Get these hands. Get these hands moving. And of course, we've got tape everywhere as usual. These hands in these Masters Universe style figures are always so hard to get out. These little baggies. They're the tightest wrapped baggies I've ever seen in my life. But we're doing it. We're a professional organization over here. It's an organization of one at the end of the day. But I try my best. I try my best. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Get those hands out. Oh, yep, we do got the pointer fingers there. How about it? See you later. Goodbye. I can't remember if I did the plastic prison, but there it is. Plastic prison Macho Man. And then we got to break him out from the plastic prison as well over here. He's locked in. They got to contain the Macho Man. He's a wild man. We all know that. He's wild. You never know what might happen with the Macho Man on the run. So they got to lock him down. It does make sense. Kind of like Mr. T. You know, you got to lock down the A-Team. They've been after them since Vietnam, is what I've been told. They're soldiers of fortune, as one might say. There's the old Macho Man. We are out of the package. Twist ties, goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. All right. Now we're getting down to it. We got even a rubber band around the waist of Macho Man to keep that robe together. Get that removed. All right, let's take a look at it. And I talked about the hands. There it is. You got the one hands for Mr. T and Macho Man here, so they can do the old spinneroonie up there, point to the sky, point to somebody, do whatever you want. But we got those for Macho Man, looking good. And then the old familiar splayed out hands. We've seen these numerous times as well. So we have those. And Macho Man, he didn't come to play. He came to fight. He's got two fists of fury on him. So I do like that for the Macho Man Randy Savage. And now here we are. What do we got with Macho Man? First thing I noticed, I wondered about this bandana he has on there. That bandana, I was going to say, is it removable? Is it not? It seemed stuck on there, but it is removable, thankfully, because it was kind of crooked there. It does fit on his head. You got to watch out there, but it is a little bit sticky. It is getting a little bit small. It is not as tight as maybe I would like it to be. But definitely it has to be straightened up. And both samples I have of this one, of course the one I'm keeping on package, one to unbox, it did have a little sideways to it. So trying to find a perfect one with a straight bandana may be very difficult. So buyer beware there on that. I'm going to put that off to the side for now. Beautiful robe here. First time in the line for this robe. Macho Madness on the back. You got red stars. You got orange stars. You got the nice kind of rope there to tie around the neck piece if you need to. Very, very nice. And underneath you get some beautiful, beautiful Macho Man gear. Of course, the purple with the white stars, always good. You got the yellow boots with the stars on them. The white socks going on. Of course, you got Macho Man and his famed glasses going there. Glasses are not removable for those wondering at home, but really good. Cut up Macho Man. Very, very Intercontinental title style Macho Man is what this one kind of feels like to me. Very, very nice, though. I really do like this Macho Man. Got to think he's going to be probably the hot seller of this wave. Macho Man, I would just have to think. Him being an 80s legend, of course. This being maybe a very 80s Legends-inspired line, of course. I think Macho Man will do pretty good as far as that's all concerned. Of course, head goes side to side, back and forth, up and down. Plenty of movement there. Arms all the way around as well. You do get a elbow cut that goes side to side, single jointed. Hands removable. Waist articulation side by side. Of course, the legs do go up and back, of course. Then you get the knee articulation, single jointed knees, back and forth at the boot cut there, and then the ankles back and forth as well. Very, very good Macho Man, very good. Of course, Macho Man on the back on his butt as well. You got to have that there so everybody knows who's here. Of course, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. Oh, that's a Jazzware stand. You got to use the Mattel stands. Don't make that mistake. You got to use the Mattel ones. And he fits like a glove on the old Mattel stands. Very, very cool to see the old Macho Man riding again in the Superstars line. Of course, we got two different Macho Man in the Masters of WWE Universe line. This one is probably the closest resemblance of time period, as the other one was NWO inspired, but definitely looks really good. I can see a lot of people, of course, did buy this one, took all the He-Man type stuff off it, and had a regular wrestling Macho Man. Now you get one in purple over here to match your one in orange. So choose your own Macho Man adventure is what you can do. And same thing with the old Mr. T. We got him in the Masters WWE Universe line as well. So Macho Man, Mr. T, no strangers to this body style, this line of figures. But very cool to get them in their more wrestling-friendly gear without the He-Man stuff there. So I think a lot of people will want both of these. Of course, two Hall of Famers in wrestling, as we do know. But very, very good. Can't recommend these two strongly enough. If you're into this line, you're going to love what we have here with Macho Man and Mr. T. Just very, very cool figures at the end of the day. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? You picking these two up? You passing? You playing the long game? You saying my Walmart will probably never get them, so I just won't get them? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. As you guys know, we got videos every single day. Yes, and then some. And we got even more content for you over on the Patreon channel. Truly your best way to support the channel and all the videos over here. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget to follow along on social media. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the Macho Man Randy Savage and Mr. T, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.